What you need to do is attract your clients to you, promote your personal brand. If a person's willing to spend money and time on their own personal brand, then they are going to be successful in a very good, positive light.
Welcome to Be Bold Branding, where we discuss the power of differentiating yourself through your own unique story and standout personal brand. Today, we're talking about one of our favorite topics, and that's actually the 6 ways most people are doing personal branding all wrong.
Number 1, people forget to inject the personal into their personal brand. People don't do business with a logo, guys. They do business with a person. That's her quote. It's been around for about 2 decades now, okay? People want to know the person behind the scenes, behind the business. For instance, Tanya's writing her dad's memoirs right now. It's a genuine and unique opportunity to show what his life was like
out already,
growing up in the hills of North Georgia in the moonshine industry. Now, why is that important? Because that's her story, and that's a part of her personal of what she does. And it's also one of the greatest things about BrandFace is her ability to illuminate people's story. So by sharing what she's working on, then she's also sharing who she is and what it is that qualifies her to help our clients to put their personal into it. Let me give you another example. His name is Bobby Gellert. He has sold billions with a B as in boy. And what's unique about him, it's not just the fact that he's so highly successful. It's also that he has done over 2,000 consecutive days of breathing meditation every morning at the exact same time. It's called mindful meditation, and he's done it 2,000 times. He infuses that into everything he does. All of his business also has it infused of what he does in his personal life. Why is that important? Number 1, it's creative. It's incredible. Most of us can't say we've done anything 2,000 days in a row, but brush our teeth.
Right.
He's getting up early in the morning doing that. It's very memorable. And it also helps people realize subconsciously, this is a person that can handle himself very calmly under very high pressure situations.
Yep. You never thought of that one, right? Number 2 reason that most people are doing personal branding wrong is they push their profession instead of their purpose. Think about this.
That's big.
When it comes to business owners, entrepreneurs, they think that making sure everybody knows what profession you're in is good enough. It's branding, right? What we say about that is great branding isn't about being known for your profession. It's about being known for being different in your profession. So the job of the brand is to help people understand what you do differently. So I'll give you another example from another one of our clients. Her name is Heather Kavitko White, and she actually started out her career as a veterinarian. She had wanted to be one since she was 5 years old. And when she got into the veterinary field, she only stayed in there about 8 years before she bowed out of that and became a professional speaker and consultant about something she was very passionate about. What was that? It was the fact that she felt that the veterinary schools were not necessarily graduating people who were prepared to handle the business of becoming a veterinarian, of opening a veterinarian office. There was so much that comes along with taking on the business aspect.
So much more than just chemistry.
And so, exactly, biology, there you go. It's so much more than just taking care of animals. It was actually running a business. And so she became very passionate about that. And we helped to brand her as the pragmatic professor. So what she does is she helps people understand the common sense care of animals and how to run a business without losing themselves. And so again, that's just an example of how you put purpose into what you're doing. It's not just about your profession. What's your purpose in that profession, right?
It's very important that your clients understand this because that's what they're driven to do business with. Okay.
Right.
That's why that's important. Number 3, agents, business people, entrepreneurs all over the world, they settle for the 3 amigos. That's what we call the 3 amigos of marketing, which is a photo, a tagline, and a logo of some kind, right? Okay, now I'm branded, right? And in fact, if you go to a lot of places, like everybody builds a website. I was getting my oil changed the other day and asked me if I wanted to get a website built while I was sitting there, right? But when you go they did. And so they're going to sort of, but anyway, so people, like you get the point. Like everywhere you go, oh, well, we'll build a website. Oh, well, we'll brand you. And then you go to it and they're like, let us brand you. We'll build you a website. That's not a brand. That's not branding, folks. A photo, a tagline, logo, those are elements of a brand. But none of those things are going to tell your clients your purpose, and they're not going to show any of your personality, which is what we're trying to get you to understand. We use at BrandFace 77 different criteria to build a brand because it's that important to the people you're trying to attract.
It is. It is. Your brand is your story. And we talk about this a lot. Think of it like a book. Your story is inside that book. That's your brand, but you can't put the entire contents of your story on the cover. So you have to have certain things like those branding elements to help you along, but those in and of themselves are not the full story. You want to have those so you crack open the door so they learn the full story. Yep. And so there's a lot missing if you just rely on those three things. All right. I had to preach on it.
I just had to. It's that important.
It is that important. Okay.
You turn around and facing the choir.
Yeah, that's right. So, number 4 reason people are doing personal branding wrong is they settle for ditto instead of different. Think about it. A lot of websites start to look the same in industry. Signage starts to look the same. Business cards start to look the same across the industry. And even social media, and most especially social media, the posts start to look the same. So people are following the leader, not leading the followers, right? So think about this. Why somebody should choose them over you or choose you over them, right? So why are they choosing to do business with you? Don't settle for ditto. Move toward different.
Try to be different. All right. Number 5, if you put 2 initials on your card, it doesn't matter how big those initials are, they will not get you business. But what I am telling you is start branding yourself. I'm living proof. But the reason why we have seen such magnificent growth in my brokerage is because I encourage every one of my agents to brand themselves. What you need to do is attract your clients to you. So in BrandFace, what we say is promote your personal brand. If a person's willing to spend money and time on their own personal brand, then they're going to be successful in a very good, positive light.
Exactly. Okay, so we take the drum roll to number 6, the final reason that most people are doing personal branding all wrong. And this is a big one, guys, a really, really big one. They choose to market themselves before the brand is built. Okay. Let me explain.
It's like leaving a house with your clothes on.
We
had an advertising funnel for that at one time.
Yeah, we did. It was called Are You Marketing Without Your Clothes? Because think about it. If you walk out of the house without your clothes on, in other words, without your brand, without people knowing who you are and what you stand for, you're going to get some attention, but is it the kind of attention you want?
Probably not.
Everybody's going to come into the neighborhood, right?
The
and then talk about running around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to service all these customers. They're coming out of the woodwork, right? That all sounds great. And for a moment, everybody, some of you may be sitting out there thinking, hey, I'd really love that. Like, I'll take any business right now, right? But trust me when I say you don't want that kind of business, okay? You want the kind of business that you create, that you dream about, that you desire in your business, in your life. That's what
you want to work with the people you want to work with.
That's true. And as Michael alluded to earlier, there are a lot of people out there advertising to help you build your brand. And a lot of those people, in fact, most of them are actually trying to sell you a marketing product or a lead generation product. Those are what you need in order to promote your brand once it's built and build your following. But you must build your brand first. I hope that makes sense.
It's step number 1.
It is. And that's why so many people get blinded by shiny marketing objects, right? And they scramble to get that next social media craze or lead generation tool or video production tool or CRM. But there is no brand, no differentiation, no strategy in what they're doing, right? So think about it this way. Marketing is getting your message and image out there using various different marketing vehicles and platforms.
Right.
That's just like putting it in a car and pushing it out there, right? Your brand is that message and image that you put out there on all those marketing platforms. So you want to make sure that is well defined developed and displayed when
Yeah.
you do that, which just so happens is exactly what we do.
It is.
Right?
And here's the reason why that's super important, guys. I know a lot of you watch our shows and you say, hey, I'll take any business that I can get, right? We understand that. And
Yeah, we
nobody's
do.
telling you not to do that. But when you start to actually run yourself as a business, what you're doing as a business, and you want to track your numbers and where they come from and how to scale and grow that business, even if you want to be a one-man shop, then what you want to do is you want to know where that's coming from. You want to know where your calls are coming from. And the only way to attract those people you want those calls is to know who you're talking to. You have to build that brand out. You have to know what your point of differentiation is, so you know what to say to the very people that you want to call you. Okay, that's why it's very important that your brand be built before you start marketing it. The most aggravating personalities we talk to are the ones that say, hey, I'm going to go out and get some business and then I'm going to build my brand. And we're like, no, please trust us. Please trust the guy that went 20 years hacking at it, trying to get enough business to just keep the doors open, and then met this lady who taught me how to build my brand first. And now we do more business in a month than we used to do in an entire year. Right, guys, trust me on this. Build your brand first. Put it out there. It'll change your life.
You sold me again.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
He's killing it today, guys.
You know, listen, when you're telling the truth, you can sell anything, like, because that's the way it is.
That's so true. Well, guys, it's like a BrandFace family. We call it the BrandFace family. It's like a big family. We really do care very much that your brand represents you authentically.
Absolutely.
That it really is designed to help keep those guardrails up so you know exactly the direction you're headed in.
Eliminates a massive amount of confusion.
A massive amount of confusion, so that you're attracting the right people, whether it's people that you serve, your customers, or other people you're trying to attract and recruit into your own company. Whether it's that, we want you to have the business and life that you deserve. And it begins right here with differentiating yourself. So having said that, we'll end it here. If you guys have any questions about it or want to talk to us about it, go to discussyourbrand.com and we'll jump on a free call with you and we'll chat about your challenges, your goals, see what it's going to take to get you where you deserve to be. Discussyourbrand.com.
And we can get you there, folks. No problem. Yep. Right? No matter where you are.
Exactly.
Now, listen, we do this because we believe in prosperity. And when we say that, we're not talking just about money. Money's good, but money is not everything by no means. What we wish for is the 360 of an abundant life. We wish it for ourselves, and we absolutely wish it for each one of y'all. We know at BrandFace that prosperity favors the bold, so we say be bold, folks, especially with your brand. And thank you, Ms. Hunt.
Thank you, Michael. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Brought to you by BrandFace, the only comprehensive personal brand building system across the globe.